I do wish like there wasn't only like Christian commentary channels, which I feel like everyone is currently making.
Yeah.
But you know, there there should be like Christian finance channels, there should be Christian gaming channels, or there should be like, oh, maybe a Christian anime channel, even though I didn't think of that at the time. But yeah, so I first like started this a YouTube channel. It was doing a bunch of YouTube shorts. And yeah, it was also a Christian commentary channel which I started, and yeah, I was a bit demoralized because I didn't get to the goals that I wanted to get to.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, there was that one of my first experiences with that. Then I think it was in the at the end of last year. I was thinking, hey, end of high school, right? I've got all this free time. What to do? I've been watching a lot of anime. I know that and I know that there's not any like, at least conservative voice on in the anime space, because my channel was originally the conservative anime podcast, but I switched it to Christian anime podcast. It's got that more distinct branding.
Yep.
And yeah, because I felt God was really saying, "Hey, look, you can see this space. You can see how much godlessness there really is. You can see how much, like for example, in cosplay, as much as cosplay is really good, and I think there are really really cool designs in that. But there's also that level at which there's that leaning into perversion, basically,
Yep.
or trying. There's that real life fan service, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and because of that, because I felt God was really nudging me in that direction, that yeah, that's why I wanted to start this Christian anime podcast. Um, and yeah, it was cool for a bit. I just started with just reactions to an episode coming up, because there's one type of anime channel which I absolutely despise, and that's the channel which is like, hey, oh, yes, where they do that all the video while they're supposedly reacting to a particular episode of an anime. They're like,
Yep.
yeah, wow, so true. And that's literally the entire video. So I started uploading shorts where I was like actually giving commentary, like, oh, this is what I liked about this episode, and this is what I don't like about this episode. And
Yeah.
I'm still doing that now for the anime I'm watching this season. Um, and those popped off pretty well, and that kind of started my subscriber base. Um, I also appreciate, yeah, and then there was the Bocce the Rock video which I did, and Bocce the Rock is a Christian anime, my first Christian proper review video, and I
Yeah.
was really happy with that, because yeah, that one's now my most popular long form video.
Mm.
And yeah, I will also like credit Twitter, because on Twitter I haven't founded this community, but I've kind of introduced myself to this community of like they're not really conservative, but they're like more right wing anime fans who have been right wing and anime fans for a very long time now, and I've now found this brand new community to also um, advertise myself to, and they've been super supportive over the videos that I've been making too. So yeah, there's so many things um, regarding this channel which I really really love about it, like the community, the ability for me to actually make this sort of content, which is more Christian, but also introducing that conservative slant to it as well. So yeah, yeah,
Wow. I think that's what makes it like a little bit more worthwhile when you have people that like are with you in it, and it's also like they
yeah,
want this type of content because it's like there are a lot
yeah.
of channels like, and especially a lot of different anime channels out there. I'm thinking about one of the more like kind of like one of the guys that I got introduced to a few years ago was For Never World, where he
Mm,
does anime commentary, and you know his stuff is good and stuff, but it's like it seems like the which I think a lot of spaces can get like that really saturated, and it can be really hard to
mm,
kind of like break away and like, hey, like what if I'm going to make it in the space? Do I have to do what everyone else is doing, or do I have to do my own thing? And if I do my own thing, is that going to do really good? But
mm,
the fact that you were like, I'm going to press into this like this community that like is kind of hungering for like a different perspective
mm.
take on anime,
Yeah, yeah,
especially from a Christian
yeah.
perspective. And what I'm realizing, and like you've already known this, but what I'm realizing just now is that there are a lot of people out there that are like, and well,
Mm,
not I've been to this, but that there are a lot of Christians that just like anime,
Mm.
right? And
Yeah.
I don't know if it's necessarily like a closeted like love for anime because
Yeah.
they're Christian, but like when when I'm talking to someone about like anime relatable, or I'm like going through the comments and just like, wow, like I didn't know that you could have this perspective on anime, or I didn't know that you could see Jesus in like, I don't know, Demon Slayer. I haven't thought that through yet,
Yeah.
but example of like, oh bet, like the way that you pull things out in a story and be like, hey, like I think this is the picture. Let's go to the Bible and see it.
Mm.
I think people really appreciate that. Um,
Yeah.
I kind of want to